Welcome back to some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? Here on Halloween's Eve. Okay, I mean, Halloween's Eve isn't really different from just a day leading up to Halloween, isn't it? So, it's not like Christmas Eve where people are like, oh man, Christmas is tomorrow. People aren't like, oh, it's Halloween's Eve, oh man, Halloween's tomorrow. I mean, people are like that, but they're not like, to the same extent with Christmas. Anyway, this doesn't really make much sense. So anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:27 PM on Friday, October 30th, 2020. There really isn't any news to speak of today, but, oh, here's some personal news. I got to do a video chat with my family back home. Lovely, Isabel. Yeah, day before Halloween, not much really happens. I mean, maybe you're stocking up on candy. Are people trick-or-treating right now? Is that... Can you even trick-or-treat right now? It's probably a bit more of a precarious situation, but I don't know. Something from Raymond. Dear, you want to know how to write a great letter to a friend? Just be straightforward. Tell them all the things you like about them that would be too awkward to say in your real life. You're welcome. Your mentor, Raymond. Oh wait, favourite Matt. Some Jolly Reds. Oh yeah, the statue, of course. Yeah. Why is there some special... Is there a special thing you meant to do on the day before Halloween? I don't know who our visitor is for today. I feel like there should be, something to set the mood, but I guess, Halloween, maybe, not that big a thing. Of course, we've got trick-or-treating tomorrow. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about trick-or-treating. Yeah, I've only ever been trick-or-treating once before, and it was when I was... Gosh, how old was I? I think I was in year 2. Somewhere around then. What I vaguely remember is I was talking to my best friend at the time. It was a different best friend from the previous stories, which actually doesn't make sense now I think about it, because I thought they happened around the same time. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and we were talking in school, and then I can't remember, he mentioned that he was going to go trick-or-treating with another girl, with a friend, and I was like, oh, cool. And then, I thought about it on my mind, and then I can't remember if he was like, you should come as well or something, or maybe I didn't. But anyway, I ended up I ended up calling him later that same evening. It was on Halloween itself, and I was like, hey, is it okay if I join you for trick-or-treating? And I can't remember if I was like, because I haven't been trick-or-treating before. And his mum, because he was my best friend at the time, I've been to his house multiple times. I met his mum quite a lot, and she's very lovely. She was like, oh yeah, of course, come on along, it'll be great fun, we'll take you along, meet us at this location or whatever. Of course, because we've never really celebrated Halloween before. It's not really much of a thing that we do, because being Chinese and all, Halloween's not really that big a thing. It's much of a Western thing. So I didn't have any preparations for Halloween. I just told my parents that I want to try trick-or-treating, because you're a kid, you want to try things. You see it on movies, on TV, and you're like, oh, trick-or-treating, that seems like fun. Okay, I thought you were wearing a sandwich top for a second there, Raymond. You know what, let's say hi to you. I don't think we said hi to you for a little bit as well. So yeah, I didn't have a costume, so I sort of oh wait, we're going to have to scrounge something together. And I remember I wore my father's I think it was his pyjama top or something, but his arms were really long on me, obviously, because I was a kid. So I wore basically just all white. And then, I can't remember, I think we might have had face paint or something. I basically was like a ghost. I went as a ghost to Halloween, but not the boring ghost where you just have you either cut holes in a bedsheet or whatever and put it over your head. I was like a spectre, if anything, I suppose, rather than a sheet ghost. What's a Halloween thing for today? Mage's boots? I mean, I guess we'll buy them, but I don't think we'll wear them. I think they actually look worse than the pumps, interestingly enough. Yeah, so, went trick-or-treating with him and the other girl. I think he was a vampire. I can't remember what she was. She might have also been a vampire, now I think about it. Which, very odd situation. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. As a ghost, it was my first time. I was like, oh, this is weird, I don't know. Of course, they all had done trick-or-treating multiple times before, so they all had nice costumes. Oh my god. nice costumes, things like that. And should we pick the stuff and put it away? I don't know if we've got enough storage space right now to really deal with that. I think what we should probably do is start clearing out all these. Oh no, we were clearing stuff on this side. I remember. I guess we should put this stuff away. Anyway, what's the thing? I don't remember. I forgot. Yeah, they all had like nice trick-or-treating things. They had like special like pumpkin shaped Halloween bags to put candy in and that sort of thing. That's pretty cool. And I did not have that, obviously, so I think I took some just like random gift bag we had, and I used that as like a candy bag. And then what else did we do? I think, oh yeah, they had stuff they carried around, like I guess we should clear out these room and area. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. But they were like, cause you know, you go trick or treat, and what happens if they don't have candy? What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this cobweb, quote quote, at them. It's not actually cobweb, it was more like some weird, fluffy, somewhat sticky, not sticky, but like, you know, it had like the consistency of cotton candy, or candy floss. I don't know why I called it American there. But yeah, it kind of looked and felt like candy floss, except for it wasn't. It was some synthetic material, or maybe it was candy floss. I can't actually remember. But it was white and it was like cobwebs, and he was like, "All right, we'll go trick or treat, and if they say trick, have you got a trick? We're gonna chuck this at them." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sounds great." I don't even remember if we chucked it at any people. Maybe we did. Actually, we did, because we visited his grandma. I can't remember. And she was like, "Oh, what tricks do you have?" And then we did that, I guess. We chucked a little bit of cobweb. I don't know why I remember this so well. It like landed on her left arm. And she was like, "Oh." I don't know. She took a picture of us, I remember that. You know, as grandmas do. Right, look at my grandson and his friends all having a lovely time trick-or-treating. So yeah, we got a lot of candy. And I've got random memories from that day. Like, one of them I remember was, I don't know why I remember this one. There was a house which had a bowl outside, which said, "Please take one," with trick-or-treaters. And we rang their doorbell anyway, and they were just like, "Hey, just take one from a bowl." Very nice about it. I guess we were like 6 or something, so they were probably like, "Oh, these kids can't read." Even though we could. I don't know why we did that anyway. But they were nice about that. I think they were nice about it. Maybe they weren't nice about it. I don't know. I've just assumed they were nice about it, you know? Just don't assume malice, and things will be so much better for you in life. That's what I do. Don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance or stupidity. Stupidity is a bit demeaning, I think, but ignorance is fair enough. Anyway, we also... There was another house I went to, and we trick-or-treated, and I remember when I was exiting the house, I tripped over, like, we had, like, some stairs leading down to the house, and I tripped over, and I scattered all my candy everywhere, and I was like, no. And I remember my friend's mum helped me pick them up. But then, like, there were some, like, wine gummies or something, you know, because not all of them were in packets. Some were wrapped, like, the chocolates were fine, but then the other wine gummies I just didn't eat because, you know, they were like, on the ground. I think I gave them to my dad or something. I can't remember. What else? I don't know. Maybe those are the only stories I remember. I feel like there were definitely more. I remember we trick-or-treated, like, our neighbours' friends who I was pretty good friends with. I actually think we threw a cobweb at them as well, for some reason. What can we get rid of here that we don't need? We don't need 2 tiki torches. We don't need 2 garden gnomes, or 2 garden lanterns. That seems good enough. I just noticed that cupcake has a Halloween hat on it. A chocolate Halloween hat, that's actually amazing. Hello, Mina. What you got to say? I wonder, do I need this? One does need a space for some cat grass. Not really much space, it's quite tiny, to be honest. Yeah, so that's my trick-or-treating story. Ugh, sorry, my knee was itchy. And we trick-or-treated for a whole night, and I had a wonderful time. So, I know, obviously that friend is not going to be watching this video, but if you're watching, Jay. His name's not Jay, but it starts with J. That was a cool experience. I'm trying to think. And apart from that, like, very few people have actually ever been trick-or-treating to our, like, house or something. Like, back when we lived somewhere else, I remember, oh, actually, I actually dressed up for that Halloween as well. I forgot, but I didn't go trick-or-treating because, you know, was I in secondary school at that time? I don't know. I must have been in secondary school at that time. Like, so I must have been, like, 12 or something. And, I guess none of my friends go trick-or-treating. It's not really a thing by that point. You know, I kind of missed the missed the boat. Most people, I'd imagine, do it in primary school, and here I was missing out on it. Or, you know, people just don't do it all in UK. I remember some, like, to me at the time, they looked like much older girls. If I were to guess, they were probably around 16, 17 or something. They were trick-or-treating. I remember one had like devil horns on. They weren't really in costume, now I think about it. One just had like light up devil horns. I think they were just in it for the candy, which is fair enough. But we also, like, where we used to live, it was a bit of a off the beaten path road, so it's not too surprising it wasn't really the main attraction for trick-or-treating. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Oh yeah, for that year I dressed up as a bat. Of course, you know, I didn't actually buy any of these costumes or anything that you might get in like your Tesco's or something. But I took like one of my mother's ponchos, and then I did something else. Ponchos. I think I had some sort of like something for like bat ears, but I don't remember what. Some sort of headband. Maybe it's like a cat headband or something. I can't quite remember. It's probably like one of those things I won from an arcade or something. Like one of those rubbish ticket prizes. Anyway, I put that on. I wore some black trousers, I remember. And I was like, ooh, this is my my bat costume. Honestly, not bad for just randomly throwing stuff together. But yeah, because those aren't the only times I dressed up as Halloween. Actually, I completely forgot. I dressed up in uni as well. But hold on, we need to clear out our storage. We have too many things. Too many things. Too many things. Too many things. We probably only need like 30 of these pumpkins, to be honest. I have 40 orange ones because I think orange ones are the base ones, right? Everybody. What duplicate furniture items do we have? We probably have quite a few because we haven't checked us for quite a while. Yeah, so those are the main Halloween ones. The first one, much more eventful, but I can't remember too much from it, unfortunately. The second one, I didn't really do anything. Don't need 2 rocking horses, don't need 2 bicycles. The third one was in uni, first year uni, those Halloween events, because, you know, Halloween isn't too far after the start of uni. 2 different spooky towers. Spooky lanterns. We don't need 2 of the same spooky lantern. That's absurd. Yeah, I dressed up as like a sort of reaper. I remember I had like some I can't remember. Some grey dress. A grey dress. I bought like some cloth from like some random textile shop, and I sewed together like a makeshift hood. I remember the inside had like shiny cobweb patterns, which were quite nice. I don't know what I've done with it, to be honest. I had like skeleton looking tights and gloves on. And then I bought like fake blood capsules from, I don't remember where I bought them from somewhere. And then I had like blood tears going down my face. That's pretty fun. And then I went out to the night, shall we say. Leave out of that. Younger viewers can, I suppose, stew on whatever that means. Wait, that gives bad implications. We went to a club, basically. Drank some alcohol, as you do in uni. And anyway, yeah, but there was also some trick-or-treating that was meant to be going on in the uni event. And I don't really go to it. I just went to the Halloween bash or whatever. I don't really remember much from it. I remember some done, like, we were like dancing in a circle when everyone went in to the circle for a little bit and danced, and I can't remember what I did when I went in, and my memory's a little bit understandably hazy, and I probably shouldn't dwell on this too much because of my probably not an appropriate thing to talk about in Animal Crossing videos. Let's go back to the old younger trick-or-treating me. I don't know, so I guess those are the 3 things I've dressed up as. A ghost, a bat, and the Reaper. I don't know, Grim Reaper's a really cool thing to dress up as, so I'm trying to look for duplicate clothing, but I've also been talking at the same time, so I think I've probably skipped over quite a lot. These ones I've acknowledged, but I wanted to keep both of them, because I thought they'd be good gifts. Bum, hooked on a feeling. Gotta keep those silk shirts, obviously. I can't remember what else even happened about trick-or-treating. I think someone had like a skeleton outside of a house or something. Cool decorations. There weren't many like extreme decorations. I guess people aren't like sort of going all out. Like they might do a Christmas lights and that sort of thing. Christmas lights are always so over the top. It's like people compete to have the most lit up house or whatever. Here it gets even crazier in America, so. These are actually quite nice, some of these. We don't need all that many though. This is very gross. I'm trying to think what did I even do with these sweets? Because even back then I didn't have much of a sweet tooth, so I probably didn't really eat them all that often. I mean, we obviously did eat them, but like, what else do you do? When people give out sweets, what you meant to do? Just like, yeah, I mean, you obviously eat them. That was a really stupid question. What are you thinking, Audie? No, you're just looking down. I don't know who gave you that, Audie, but that coat looks fantastic on you. Maybe it would have been better in a different colour, but still. Anyway, yeah, it was also a thing, like, on birthdays people gave out sweets, at least in primary school. I'm trying to think if we did it in secondary school, but I can't remember. Oh, we didn't put the candy away. They might have done it in secondary school as well, but I actually can't remember if they did or not. But there's not really many interesting stories to tell about them giving out sweets in primary school. It just sort of happened. I remember one of them though, because KK Swing. Have we got KK Swing? I actually don't know. Apparently we do. So I can close this. Get out of here. Because we used to give out, we celebrate the person's birthday, sing them happy birthday, and then give out the sweets at the end of the day, just before we went home for primary school. And one of the days we had PE, which is gym class basically, on the last day, as the last thing we did for that day. And then I remember it was that person's birthday, so they were like, oh, as soon as you're done changing, you can go grab a sweet from whatever and leave, or whatever. So I finished changing. I remember that. And I got like, they gave out Haribos, I think. We got like a pack of Tangfastics. Maybe was it Tangfastics, or was it? No, it must have been the Star Mix one. So it was probably a Star Mix, you know, highly coveted one in. So I bought a Viking helmet, but I didn't quite get what I bargained for. Any chance you remember, Market? What kind of offer you got for me? Sold. Yeah, Star Mix, which, or I think it was Tangfastics actually, but I don't know why they'd be in the Star Mix bag. So maybe it was just like an assorted Harrier bag. I can't remember. Anyway, I did that because you just reach your hand in randomly and you pick one, and it was like, oh. And then one of my friends was like, oh man, those ones are the best. And I was like, those ones are the best. And me being not much of a sweet tooth, I was like, alright, I'll trade you them. Then, you know, you'll probably get more enjoyment out of it. Of course, I didn't phrase it like that since I was like 6 or something. Maybe not 6. Wait, hold on, let me think. I could work out how old I was. I was 8 or 9. One of those. And he was like, oh, thanks. And then he gave me his gummy bears, I think? Or whatever. The golden bears and the gummy bears and the Haribo packets. And I was like, cool. Talked to another friend later and he was like, oh, I got these really rubbish ones. These like, I can't remember what they were. They're like cola bottles, but they're not cola bottles. They're like hard candy version bottles or something of Haribo. Is that a thing? Hold on, I'm gonna Google this. I might just be making this up. Haribo hard bottles. They might not have been bottles. Haribo hearts? They weren't hearts. Jelly men? But they kind of look like jelly men, but they weren't jelly men. Or maybe they were jelly men. And no one liked those ones. Because they were terrible. From what I remember. And I was like, oh, well, do you want these gummy bears instead? I'll trade you because I don't really like sweets. And he was like, alright. I was like, oh, thanks, you know. He wasn't just like, alright. He was like, thank you. You know, because we're children, we have manners. Raised with manners. And then for some reason, I left school a bit later. I don't remember why. Maybe I was doing something? Maybe I was putting something away? I can't remember. Or maybe I was waiting for my parents to come pick me up. I can't remember. But anyway, I left the changing room, and there's like another one of our classmates in there, and he was like really sad. And I was like, why is he so sad? It was like, because I took too long to change. The teacher said I couldn't have any sweets. And I was like, oh. And I was just about to leave, and I was like, hey, you can have these hard gummy Haribos. And he was like, really? Are you sure? No, actually he was like, no. And I was like, no, take them. I don't really like sweets anyway. And he took them. And then he looked a little bit happier, you know? And that's why I think the reason I remember that so well is probably maybe that's one of my experiences I had when I was younger, which, you know, sparked my desire to help people, I suppose. It's a thing I like to try and, I mean, obviously everyone likes to help people if they can. They're not going to be like, oh, screw you, but like, I don't know. It just, it's a warm memory, I suppose, in my heart, which feels a lot of my own, I suppose, desire to perform acts of kindness, if I can. Nowadays, but maybe I'm less innocently kind than I was when I was that age, but still, I don't know. I think that's just a nice, heartwarming story. But only from my perspective, maybe. It kind of sounds like I'm boasting. I didn't really mean it like that. It's just, I'm trying to feel the air, okay? I thought I had more trick-or-treating stories to tell. Turns out I don't, because I don't really remember much of my trick-or-treating stuff. I don't really want this Viking helmet, I'm sorry to say, Rowan. But thank you for letting me catalogue it, basically. Anyway. What was I gonna say? I don't really remember. I'm sure I have more trick-or-treating stories. The thing is, most of the stories, I can't remember if it's something I've seen, like on media, on TV, or if it's actually a story for me. For some reason I remember the Hannah Montana episode where they went trick-or-treating, where like the older brother, I can't remember his name, like Jason or something, the dad, played by Billy Ray Cyrus. What colour should we go with? Is that orange? There's no orange. I mean, this red is kind of orange. That's the spookiest colour we got. We should also move a Lily of the Valleys slightly. Oh, I didn't mean to continue customizing. Get out of here. And they were having like some sort of Halloween decoration off or something with their neighbours. And they heard that their neighbours had the spookiest, scariest Halloween decorations or whatever. So those two also tried to have really spooky, scary decorations, and they just ended up scaring the kids. And it turned out the neighbour didn't actually have scary decorations or whatever. I don't know, I feel like if I was a kid and I saw that sort of spooky, scary decorations, I'd be like, hell yeah. This is awesome. Or maybe I wouldn't be, I don't know. I can't really remember what my attitude was to the scary when I was that much younger. Because I felt like I didn't like it. But it's also possible that I did. Not like liked it, but was also rather indifferent to it. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. What are we going to do with all this bamboo? I forgot we had so much bamboo here, which we were meant to plant over the top, but we haven't decorated anything yet. That's fine. We can just sell it. We got so many bamboo shoots. And I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I'm actually not sure what I did with all those sweets. I guess I must have eaten them. I mean, what else do you do with candy? You know, that typical... There's always like a tier list of Halloween sweets. Which, honestly, I don't know myself. It's just things I've learned from, like, absorption of American culture, I suppose, on the internet or whatever. Like, people hate candy corn. I really want to try what candy corn is. Does it actually taste like corn? Like sweet corn? That's like the weirdest concept to me. Corn flavoured candy. But it can work. So, sweet corn, I mean, it's sweet. I don't see why it wouldn't work as a candy. People are always like those giant chocolate bars, right? Candy bars, as you call them. Oh god, we have so many flowers here. I'm also trying to think if I've ever had a candied apple before. Or toffee apple. I feel like I vaguely remember trying to bite one once. Oh, you know what? They had them at that Halloween party I talked about yesterday. They had candied apples there, I remember. Because I remember my friend's younger brother biting into the candied apple and he just couldn't get any purchase on it. He just went, and his teeth just couldn't get past the coating. He had to have a ferocious bite, I suppose. I'm pretty sure I had I think I had some of a candied apple back then as well, but I didn't finish it. Don't remember why. Maybe I didn't like it. Probably. I wouldn't put it past me. I actually quite like toffee and caramel nowadays though. Toffee, caramel, fudge, all pretty good. Not my favourites, to be fair. Still don't have that much of a sweet treat. Sweet tooth. Sorry, some Discord messages. Reminds me of some like prank thing I saw on TV, whether it's just like, oh, instead of having candied apples, have candied onions. When they take a bite, they'll be like, oh no, this is an onion. I feel like you'd figure out pretty early on in the biting process that it's an onion you're biting into rather than an apple. But what do I know? Maybe I don't know anything. Anyway, the wind blows. We've got so many flowers to get rid of. We won't even be doing it tomorrow. We'll be doing all the trick-or-treating. That's exciting. I haven't done trick-or-treating for ages. Actually, you know, I remember I bought New Leaf. No, I bought New Leaf and it arrived the day of Halloween. When I got... Oh, we should also destroy this bridge. We should probably do that at the end of this episode. I bought it on the day of Halloween. Not on the day of Halloween, sorry. It arrived on the day of Halloween. Which is a bit annoying because, especially in those previous ones, and especially in all the Animal Crossings, you had to spend the days leading up to Halloween buying candy to get ready for it. But I didn't have any candy. Or whatever. To give out to people, so I don't even know what I did. I don't even know how I did the Halloween event. Maybe I should check in on my New Leaf town once in a while. See what's going on. You know, that would probably be a fun thing to do. On day 365 of a series. Once a whole year's passed. Just check in with all my old Animal Crossing towns. I don't know where my Wii is though, so it's going to be a bit difficult. So it'd probably only be Wild World and New Leaf, but maybe if I could find my Wii. Oh well. Or maybe save that for year 2. Anyway, that's not really all that important. Oh, but I can't capture card. A DS. What a nuisance. Oh, we've only got a few minutes left, so let's go destroy this bridge right now. We'll also make sure to collect our Nook Mars points, because we've been saving up to try and for whenever our next villager inevitably moves out, and to make sure we got enough to find a villager we want, rather than just having 4 attempts or whatever we had last time. 5 attempts? I can't remember. Let us... What should I do? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to ask about infrastructure. Because you know what? That bridges are inclined, so I'd say I want to get rid of a bridge. I wonder what happens if you try and demolish something when you don't have anything to demolish. Okay, demolish. Thank you very much, Dominic. And I suppose we'll round up this episode here, where tomorrow we got spooky Halloween waiting for us. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, and subscriptions are greatly appreciated. And if you want, join my Dear Darling Discord down in the description below. Tell me about your Halloween stories. That's always good fun. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. Trick or treat.